Have you ever wondered why the moments that break you often become the ones that make you stronger? Why the things that scare you most are usually the very things you need most? We spend our lives chasing comfort, soft beds, easy choices, familiar routines. But comfort has a secret. Keeps you still. Keeps you safe, yes, but it also keeps you small. Discomfort, on the other hand, is nature's invitation to grow. The Stoics believed that discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the path. Epictetus once said, "Difficulties show what men are." In other words, your response to discomfort defines your character more than your comfort ever will. Think about it. A muscle grows only when it's torn. Your mind evolves only when it's challenged. And your spirit strengthens only when it's tested. Yet we live in a world designed to protect us from every form of discomfort. We avoid silence with endless noise. We avoid boredom with screens. We avoid pain with distraction. The more we run from discomfort, the smaller our world becomes. Psychologically, the brain is wired to seek safety. It loves predictability. It wants to avoid anything that feels uncertain or threatening. But here's the paradox. Growth only happens when you step into the unknown. The comfort zone feels safe, but it's also a cage. When you face discomfort, something remarkable happens inside your brain. The amygdala, the region that senses fear, activates and sends signals throughout your body. That familiar feeling of resistance, the quickened heartbeat, the unease. It's not danger. It's adaptation. Neuroscientists call this adaptive stress. It's the stress that tells your mind, you're entering a new level. The Stoics knew this long before modern science gave it a name. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way." Every obstacle, every challenge, every moment of discomfort is a teacher in disguise. When you embrace it instead of avoiding it, you start to see challenges differently. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That's when discomfort turns into direction. It stops being chaos and becomes clarity. Think about your first public speech. Your hands were shaking, your voice trembling, your heart racing. Felt awful. But after it was over, you discovered something new about yourself. You could do it. Or think about the first week you started working out after a long break. The soreness was brutal, every muscle protesting. But over time, that pain turned into strength. That's the Stoic paradox. What you resist will persist, but what you embrace will transform you. In psychology, this process is known as exposure growth. When you voluntarily face what scares you, your brain rewires itself. It learns that discomfort doesn't mean danger. It means expansion. You start to see fear not as a stop sign, but as a signal that you're on the edge of becoming something greater. Every new skill, every new habit, every new version of yourself, all of it is born through discomfort. And it's not just physical discomfort. Emotional discomfort holds the same power. We avoid hard conversations, painful truths, and moments of vulnerability because they make us uncomfortable. But emotional pain, like physical pain, has a purpose. It points to where healing needs to happen. Seneca once said, "Fire tests gold, and adversity tests the brave." Modern psychology calls this resilience, the ability to endure stress and emerge stronger because of it. When you face emotional discomfort, when you stay in the tension, breathe through the fear, and let yourself feel, you often find clarity, understanding, and strength on the other side. What once felt unbearable becomes the ground of transformation. Every time you choose comfort, you trade a piece of your potential for temporary peace. Every time you choose discomfort, you reclaim a part of your strength. The Stoics didn't seek pain for its own sake. They simply understood that avoiding pain leads to a weaker life. When you train your mind to endure discomfort, whether it's hunger, rejection, loneliness, or uncertainty, you begin to master yourself. Because real freedom isn't found in comfort. It's found in control over your emotions, your impulses, your fears. And control is built only through friction. Growth is not gentle. It's forged in resistance, in tension, in struggle. When you can sit with discomfort, when you can welcome it, you start to see it not as suffering, but as sacred training for the soul. Every difficult moment becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes feedback. Every discomfort becomes a doorway. The key is to stop running from it and start learning from it. So the next time life feels uncomfortable, don't run. Pause. Observe. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? Because that pain, that fear, that unease, it's not your enemy. It's your invitation to evolve. Embrace it, grow through it, and you'll become someone comfort could never create. This is Stoic for today, helping you decode the mind one thought at a time.